Jerusalem diplomats continued to race Tuesday to fend off war between Israel and Lebanon, after Israeli officials reiterated threats to respond to the weekend rocket attack that killed 12 teenagers and children in the Israeli-occupied Golan Heights. The United States will defend Israel if it is attacked by Hezbollah from Lebanon, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said Tuesday, though he declared hope that the simmering conflict can be defused diplomatically. "I don't believe that a fight is inevitable," Austin told reporters after meetings in Manila with senior Philippine officials alongside Secretary of State Antony Blinken to detail new security commitments for the Southeast Asian nation. "We would like to see things resolved in a diplomatic fashion, but if Israel is attacked, yes, we help Israel defend itself. We've been clear about that from the very beginning," Austin said. Israel's security cabinet authorized a military response to the weekend attack, but the specific nature of that counterstrike remained unclear even as civilians on both sides of the Israel-Lebanon border and the region at large braced for it. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said on Monday that Israel will not and cannot ignore this, before vowing to retaliate. "Our response will come, and it will be severe," in southern Israel. The fallout continued after far-right demonstrators rallied outside and broke into the Seed Timon military base on Monday to protest the detention of 9 reservists in connection to allegations of serious abuse of a detainee from Gaza. Palestinians and rights groups say Gazans held in the military detention center have been subject to systematic abuse and torture, including alleged cases of rape and sexual assault. Under Israeli law, Palestinians from Gaza can be held for lengthy periods without charge or access to a lawyer. Defense Minister Yoav Gallant on Tuesday lambasted events at the base, saying in a statement that they constitute a severe blow to the country's security and the authority of the government, which is maintained through the IDF, or Israel Defense Forces. Netanyahu on Monday condemned the break-in and called for calm, putting the prime minister at odds with his far-right base and politicians who support he needs to remain in power. The melee laid bare a deepening clash between the military and Israel's far-right, which opposes reaching a ceasefire before Hamas is entirely eliminated, a war aim that Israel's generals have warned is unrealistic. In his statement, Gallant called on Netanyahu to investigate whether Itamar Ben-Gvir, Israel's far-right national security minister, who oversees the prison system, prevented or delayed police action in response to the violent events that members of his party were involved in. Videos posted on social media Monday showed a crowd rattling the base's metal gates and then running inside behind Zvi Sukkot, a member of the country's parliament. In a social media post, Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich called for the chief military prosecutor to get your hands off the reservists, a sentiment echoed online by Ben-Gvir. The backing and active participation of elected officials in riots at IDF bases, along with harsh statements against senior IDF officers, is a very serious and dangerous phenomenon that harms security, social cohesion, and Israel's image in the eyes of the world, Gallant said Tuesday. "This dangerous phenomenon must be dealt with decisively and immediately,